Okay.
Hi everyone, it's Sunday, cooking with Corona again, through Corona I guess I should have said. It's about 103 degrees here today in our beautiful state, but I'm very fortunate to have central air so I can continue to cook and be very comfortable. And as opposed to living in the North Pole where I came from in Maine, it is much more desirable. Anyway, today I am going to show you how to make a really delicious dinner. This is bacon wrapped meatloaf. It's super simple, it's delicious, and this is going to be done in two parts, okay? I'm gonna have you watch me put it all together. I'm gonna put it in the oven, which is all preheated to 350 degrees. And then I'm gonna come back later because I have a really great orzo grape chicken salad recipe that I'm going to make. And I'm gonna start it right around the time the meatloaf comes out of the oven so you can see how good it looks, okay? So first what you're gonna do is you're gonna start with 6 slices of white bread. And to that, you're going to just crumble it up and pour 2 cups of milk over it. All right, it can be 2%, 1%, whole milk, whatever. Then over here, in my new Pioneer Woman bowl, isn't it great? I love it. 2 pounds of ground beef, okay? Then you're going to add, again, to taste, salt, rather, and pepper. Okay, and also some seasoned salt. Just gives it a little extra something, you know? Okay. Then we're going to take 4 beaten eggs and pour those right in. And then we'll add the breadcrumbs. Well, the bread, the soaked bread and milk, okay? Goes right in like that. And usually I would take a fork and do this because I hate getting this stuff on my hands. Well, more specifically, I hate getting it all over my rings. But as you can see, I don't have any rings because they're at the jeweler's because my husband's having my diamond ring and my wedding ring soldered together. So I won't have them for 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna go right in and do this. Next though, you're going to add 1 cup of freshly grated Parmesan Reggiano. Okay, and to that, 2 tablespoons of fresh chopped parsley. That part is very important. The fresh parsley. And once you've used fresh herbs, you will not want to go back to dried, unless it's just in a pinch. There's a couple things I still use dried herbs for, my spaghetti sauce being one. Okay, so that's all that goes in there, and then you're just gonna go in with your hands, mix it all together really well. And this is going to, next, after I get this all mixed in together, I'm going to make a sauce that goes over it before I wrap the bacon around it, okay? Also, what you want to do is you want to have a sheet pan like this, about that size, with a rack. I put foil under it because you don't want your meatloaf to be greasy. You want it to be, you know, firm, moist, but not, you know, greasy. So that's going to catch all the excess. And I've got a pound of 93% lean ground beef, and I've also got a pound of 80-20 ground beef because, you know, you don't want it to be dry. And if you don't have a little bit of fat going on in there, you know, chances are it's going to dry out. So, getting this all mixed in well. Okay. Doesn't take very long at all. Just get it so that your bread is all soaked right into that meat, because you don't want to like get this big clump of bread in your mouth when you're eating this. Okay. So that looks pretty good. Okay, just gonna wash my hands real quick. And then I'm gonna end up getting them dirty again because I've gotta shake that into a loaf, but while I'm making this sauce, I don't wanna have all this grease on my hands. Okay, so now we're going to come over here and we're going to get to the sauce that's going to go on top of our meatloaf, okay? Right over here. And I'm going to have to grab my glasses because I can't see. Okay. First of all, 1 cup of ketchup, and I got my second bottle out here because I'm not quite sure if this is a full cup in here that's left over, but we'll see. Probably not. I think that is about as much as we're going to get out of that. Okay, no problem. Okay, so right there is about 1 cup. And to that, we're going to add, after we get it in the bowl here, we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Excuse me, I just need to grab another spoon. Try not to make a mess, but I don't think it's going to happen. Quite here. Wow. I'm not eyeballing this very well today. Okay, we'll give it a big spoonful here. This should do it. Yep. Okay. So, brown sugar goes right into the ketchup. Just like that. Go. And then to that, we're going to add 1/2 a teaspoon of dry ground mustard. And I'm just going to eyeball it. I think I can do that. Okay, and then a dash of Worcestershire sauce. Okay, then we're going to take this. I'm going to mix it all together. Set it right here, so it's right nearby where I need it. And start getting my bacon ready because this is all going to go on there. Can't have too much bacon. It's kind of like butter and cheese, you know? Well, I did a really good job wrapping this up. Okay. So that's all set. So now we're going to go back over here and grab my meatloaf mixture. And all you're going to do is you're going to, pick it up as best you can. You don't necessarily have to get the whole thing at once, especially with 2 pounds of meat. It's going to be kind of hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to form it before I even set it on there. Actually, before I do that, I forgot one step that I need to do. Got to spray that rack. The whole point too is that it doesn't stick on there. Okay. So, spray. Let's care of that. Okay. Now we're set to go. So like I said, just start, kind of forming it in your hand a little bit. And then you can add to it once you get it in place. Which is what I'm going to do. And you want to try to keep it so that it's pretty much the same thickness all the way through it. So it's not like, you get the idea, it's kind of like a log here that we're doing. And then, just kind of shape it as you're going. There, that's pretty good. So we're all set with that. Wash the hands again. Okay, so now you have this wonderful sauce, and how this is going to play out is we're going to put the sauce on it and the bacon, and we're going to bake it for 45 minutes. And then we're going to take it out, put more sauce on it, and bake it for 20 to 25 minutes after that as well, because it's going to caramelize, and I'm telling you, it's really yummy. Okay, so that's probably good for the first round. Try to get it all the way around the edges. A little more. Okay, so then you're just going to take your bacon and you're going to lay it right across the meatloaf, just like so. And if you have longer strips, I cut mine small because there's just the two of us, and I have to keep it in the freezer or it would go bad before we could use a whole pound. So if you keep it in the big strips, you can tuck it right underneath. But this will work out just fine for us today. I'll put a piece on the end there too, I think. Across there. And you could see why this drip pan is kind of necessary, because not only is the juice from the meat going to, come through, but the bacon as well, Okay, we got enough to put one more right there and one on the end. And That's it, okay? So now, like I said, it's gonna go into the 350-degree oven for 45 minutes. Then you're gonna take it out and put the rest of the barbecue sauce on top and put it back in for 20 to 25 minutes. You can kind of tell, you know, when it's nice and crispy and browned that it's ready to go. Okay, so we're gonna put it in. Okay, we'll set our timer for 45 minutes so that when that goes off, it's time to put the sauce on again and back in for 20-25 minutes, okay? So, I'm going to come back and do part 2 of this video and show you how to make the orzo chicken grape salad that is really terrific. So, and you'll get to see how the meatloaf comes out as well, okay? Thanks for checking in. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.